My cousin drained my bank account dry, and my family called me selfish for finally saying no. Hey Reddit, so I'm Ethan, 36, and I'm pretty sure I'm the biggest idiot on the planet. I've been letting my younger cousin Maya walk all over me for years. I always felt responsible for her, like I had to take care of her. My mom made me promise on her deathbed, you know. It's a whole guilt trip thing. She's always been the charming one, the one everyone loves, while I'm the boring, responsible older cousin. She needs money, no problem. Car breaks down, I'm there. Rent overdue, hand over the cash. Now I'm starting to realize just how badly I've been played. It's like I've been her personal ATM and she's the victim. Everyone in the family thinks I'm the bad guy for even thinking about setting boundaries. I'm starting to lose it. Seriously, I might need therapy. Should I just cut her off completely? Because things are about to get messy. It was Sarah's birthday party. I wasn't really feeling it, but I went because, well, Sarah. She's been a good friend, one of the few I have outside of my complicated family. I was standing by the snack table, trying to blend into the wallpaper when I heard them. A group of girls, Maya included, giggling and gossiping by the patio doors. I didn't think anything of it until I heard my name. My blood ran cold. Ethan, oh my god, he's such a sweetheart, Maya was saying, her voice dripping with fake affection. Totally clueless though, like a walking, talking piggy bank. My stomach lurched. I felt like I was going to be sick. I wanted to walk away, pretend I hadn't heard anything, but I couldn't move. I was frozen, rooted to the spot. Seriously, she continued, he'll give me anything. Just last week I told him I needed money for emergency dental work, which by the way was a total lie, and he just handed it over. $500. He's so guilt-tripped about his mom he wouldn't dare say no. The other girls erupted in laughter. My vision started to tunnel. I could feel the blood draining from my face. It's almost too easy, Maya said, her voice getting louder like she wanted me to hear. He's such a dumbass. No girlfriend, no life, just works and gives me money. It's pathetic, really. That's when I snapped. The world tilted on its axis. $500. Money I'd scrimped and saved for a DOWN payment for MY future gone, just gone. I stumbled back, knocking over a bowl of chips. Everyone turned to look at me. Maya's eyes widened, a flicker of panic crossing her face, but it was quickly replaced with a smirk. Oh hey Ethan, she chirped, all innocence. Didn't see you there. I couldn't speak. I just stared at her, my chest heaving. I wanted to scream, to yell, to tell everyone what a manipulative, lying snake she was, but nothing came out, just a choked gasp. I turned and ran. Ran out of the party, ran out of Sarah's house, ran until I thought my lungs would burst. I didn't even stop to say goodbye. The whole night is a blur. I vaguely remember throwing up in a bush somewhere. The worst part? When I finally managed to confront her about it later, she just laughed, said I was being overly sensitive and that she was just joking around. My aunt, bless her heart, even chimed in with, "Oh, Ethan, you know Maya, she doesn't mean anything by it, you're just being difficult." Difficult? I felt like I was losing my mind. How could they not see what she was doing? How? So I finally tried to talk to Maya. Tried to explain how her constantly asking for money was stressing me out. I even tried to be nice about it, which, looking back, was probably my first mistake. Maya, I started, my voice shaking slightly, we need to talk about finances. She rolled her eyes. What now, need another handout? Sarcasm dripped from every word, my jaw clenched. No, actually, it's kind of the opposite. I've been re-evaluating my budget and I'm trying to save for a down payment on a house. Lie, a blatant lie, but I couldn't bring myself to tell her the truth. Not yet. A house, she scoffed. Seriously. You're gonna be selfish and buy a house when I'm struggling to pay my rent. Struggling. The new iPhone, the designer handbag, the weekend trip to Vegas, those didn't look like struggling to me. My hands were starting to sweat. I'm not being selfish, Maya. I need to start thinking about my future. Your future? What about your family? What about your mom's dying wish? She made you promise you'd take care of me, Ethan. Don't you remember? Boom. The guilt bomb, right on target. My chest tightened. I could feel the familiar wave of guilt washing over me. Damn her. My Aunt Carol, who'd been conveniently within earshot the whole time, decided to chime in. Ethan, dear, you know Maya's been going through a hard time. You should be supporting her, not withholding. Withholding. Like I was some kind of monster depriving a child of food. I was literally hyperventilating at this point. It's not like that, Aunt Carol, I stammered. I can't keep giving her money, it's not sustainable. Oh, don't be so dramatic, Ethan, Maya said, waving her hand dismissively. It's not like I'm asking for much, it's just a little help here and there. A little help? Are you kidding me? I felt like screaming. My head was pounding. This wasn't normal. This wasn't normal. Families didn't treat each other like this. Did they? Just forget it, I mumbled, defeated. I stood up abruptly, knocking over my chair in the process. I needed to get out of there, needed to breathe. See, he doesn't care. Maya's voice followed me as I fled the room. Selfish, just like everyone else. I slammed the door behind me, the sound echoing through the house. I sat in my car, hands gripping the steering wheel so tightly my knuckles were white. My breath hitched in my throat. Tears welled up in my eyes. I felt broken. This was not okay. A week later and things have gone from bad to nuclear. I tried to stick to my guns, tried to say no to Maya's increasingly ridiculous requests. First, it was a broken washing machine. She posted a picture on Instagram 2 days later at a laundromat, grinning ear to ear. Then it was a vet emergency for her perfectly healthy cat. Each time I politely but firmly refused. I thought I was making progress. I was wrong. This morning, I woke up to 27 MISSED calls. 27. From my Aunt Carol, my Uncle David, my grandma, even my second cousin twice removed who I haven't spoken to in 10 years. My phone was blowing up with texts. Ethan, you need to help your cousin. Maya is in trouble. Don't be so heartless. It was a full-blown guilt trip extravaganza. Then, the real kicker. My Aunt Carol posted on Facebook, publicly. A long, rambling post about how disappointed she was in me, how I'd abandoned Maya in her time of need, how I was breaking my mother's heart from beyond the grave. She even included a picture of me from my awkward teenage years, complete with braces and a terrible haircut. The comments section was a bloodbath. People I barely knew were chiming in, calling me a disgrace, a selfish monster, a failure. I wanted to crawl into a hole and die. I called my aunt, trying to keep my voice calm. Aunt Carol, what the hell was that Facebook post? Ethan, she sighed dramatically, you need to understand. Maya is family, we have to stick together. Sticking together doesn't mean bankrupting myself for her every whim, I snapped. I could feel my control slipping. She's not asking for much, Ethan, she said, her voice condescending. Just a little help, you're doing so well for yourself. Doing us so well, I'm drowning in debt thanks to Maya. I can't keep doing this, Aunt Carol, it's not sustainable. Oh, here we go again, she said, her voice dripping with impatience. Always with the sustainable. Your mother would be ashamed of you, Ethan. That's when I hung up. I couldn't listen to it anymore. The guilt, the manipulation, the sheer insanity of it all. I'm starting to think I'm the crazy one. Am I overreacting? Am I being unreasonable? I don't even know anymore. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can barely function at work. I'm a walking zombie. Sarah keeps telling me I need to set boundaries, that I'm not responsible for Maya's life. She's right, I know she is. But it's so hard to break free from this cycle of guilt and obligation. It's like I'm trapped in a spiderweb, and every time I try to struggle free, I just get more tangled. But something snapped in me today. Reading those comments, seeing that picture, it was like a punch to the gut. I'm done. I'm done being the family piggy bank. I'm done being the scapegoat. I'm done letting Maya and the rest of my family control my life. I need to take action. I don't know what that action is yet, but I'm not going down without a fight. I need to protect myself. I need to save myself. Because if I don't, no one will. I was a mess. Seriously, I was barely holding it together. I hadn't slept in days, the constant barrage of texts and calls had worn me down, and the anxiety was crippling. I bumped into Sarah at the coffee machine at work, and she could instantly tell something was wrong. Ethan, she said, her brow furrowed with concern, you look like you haven't slept in a week. What's going on? I hesitated. Talking about my family drama felt shameful, like airing dirty laundry, but something about Sarah's genuine concern made me want to spill everything. It's Maya, I mumbled, staring into my lukewarm coffee. Maya again? She asked. Sarah knew bits and pieces of the situation, but not the full extent of the crazy. I took a deep breath and just let it all out. The piggy bank comment, the escalating demands, the guilt trips, the Facebook post, the constant harassment. I even showed her the comments, the accusations, the sheer vitriol directed at me. As I spoke, Sarah's eyes widened. Her jaw actually dropped. When I finished, she just stared at me, speechless. Holy crap, Ethan, she finally said, her voice hushed. I had no idea it was this bad. I know, I whispered, feeling a fresh wave of shame wash over me. It's insane, right? I feel like I'm losing my mind. No, Ethan, she said firmly, placing a hand on my arm. You're not losing your mind. You're being manipulated. This isn't normal family behavior. This is abuse. Abuse. That word hit me like a ton of bricks. I'd never thought of it that way before. But family is supposed to support each other, I stammered, still clinging to that ingrained belief. Yes, Sarah said gently, but support is a two-way street. It's not about enabling someone's bad behavior. It's about helping them become better versions of themselves. Maya isn't interested in that. She's interested in using you. Her words were like a punch to the gut, but in a weirdly good way. Like a painful truth I needed to hear. She continued, "You're not responsible for her choices, Ethan. You're not a bad person for setting boundaries. In fact, it's the healthiest thing you can do, for both of you." Then she said something that really resonated with me. "Imagine if all the energy, time, and money you've spent on Maya, you'd spent on yourself. Where would you be?" I hadn't even considered that. I'd been so focused on Maya's needs, on fulfilling my perceived obligation, that I'd completely neglected my own life, my own dreams, my own future. I don't know, I admitted, my voice cracking. "You deserve to find out," Sarah said, squeezing my arm. "Talk to someone, Ethan, a therapist. They can help you navigate this and understand why you've allowed this to go on for so long." Right then and there, something shifted inside me. Sarah's words, her validation, her unwavering support, it was like a lifeline. For the first time, I felt like I wasn't alone in this. I wasn't crazy, I was a victim, and I could break free. I felt a surge of something. Anger, resolve, hope, I don't know, but it felt too powerful, like a dam had finally burst. I knew deep down that Sarah was right. I needed to change. I needed to take back my life. I was scrolling through Instagram, mindlessly double-tapping pictures of puppies and avocado toast when I saw it. A picture of Maya, beaming, radiant, wearing a designer dress I recognized from the window of that fancy boutique downtown. The one I'd been eyeing for months but couldn't justify buying. The caption, "Feeling so blessed today. Huge thanks to my amazing cousin for making my dreams come true." Blessed, grateful cousin, love designer new dress. My blood ran cold. Ice cold. The room started to spin. My hands trembled. Blessed, grateful. She was parading around in a dress I couldn't afford, bought with my money, while simultaneously portraying herself as some kind of struggling artist who relied on the kindness of her amazing cousin. The audacity. The sheer, unadulterated audacity. It was like a physical blow. I felt a tightness in my chest, a knot in my stomach. Nausea rolled over me in waves. I could feel my face flush, the heat rising in my cheeks. My breathing became shallow, rapid. I was shaking. This wasn't just manipulation anymore. This was a public declaration of her exploitation. A twisted performance for her followers, designed to garner sympathy and praise while simultaneously rubbing my generosity in my face. Something inside me snapped. Like a rubber band stretched too thin, it finally broke. The guilt, the self-doubt, the crippling anxiety, it all vanished, replaced by a white-hot rage. I felt a surge of power, a sense of clarity I hadn't experienced in years. This was it, the final straw, the breaking point. I was done. I slammed my laptop shut, the sound echoing through the quiet apartment. I paced back and forth, my mind racing. I couldn't just let this go. I couldn't. Not this time. I needed to confront her. I needed to expose her. I needed to make her understand the damage she'd done. Not just to my bank account, but to our relationship, to my mental health, to my entire life. Right then and there, I made a decision. I would fight back. I would gather evidence. I would document everything. Every request, every lie, every manipulative tactic. And I would present it all to my family. Let them see Maya for who she really is. Let them see the truth. Even if it meant burning bridges, even if it meant losing everything, I would fight. I would fight for myself because I deserved better. I deserved to be free. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, Reddit, buckle up, because this is where the rubber meets the road. I'm done being a doormat. I'm taking back my life and I'm bringing receipts. Here's how I'm prepping for the showdown. Evidence gathering operation, piggy bank proof. This isn't just about feelings anymore, it's about facts. I've started a spreadsheet. Yes, a freaking spreadsheet. Every single loan to Maya is documented. Dates, amounts, her BS excuses, everything. I've even dug up old bank statements. Screenshots of her social media posts bragging about her lavish lifestyle, courtesy of my amazing cousin, are printed and ready to go. And the kicker, I recorded our last phone call where she screamed at me for being selfish. Boom, checkmate. Strategic thinking, the art of war, family edition. I'm not going in blind. I'm not going to yell or scream. That's what they expect. I'm going to be calm, cold, calculated. I'm going to lay out the evidence, present my case like a damn lawyer. I'm thinking Thanksgiving dinner at Aunt Carol's. The whole family will be there, a captive audience. It's the perfect setting for the truth bomb to drop. Support System MY Squad. Sarah has been a rock. She's been helping me practice what I'm going to say, role-playing different scenarios. She's also encouraged me to see a therapist, which I've started doing. It's been incredibly helpful to have someone outside the family validate my feelings and remind me that I'm not crazy. The therapist is also helping me develop coping mechanisms for the inevitable fallout. Because let's be real, this isn't going to be pretty. Mental and emotional prep stealing MY's spine. This is the hardest part. I'm terrified. Terrified of the backlash, terrified of losing my family, terrified of being alone. But I'm also angry, and that anger is fueling my resolve. I'm reminding myself that I deserve respect. I deserve to be treated with dignity. I'm not responsible for Maya's choices. I'm repeating this to myself like a mantra. I'm visualizing the confrontation, picturing myself staying calm, staying strong, staying true to myself. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This isn't just about the money anymore, Reddit. This is about breaking free from a toxic cycle of manipulation and guilt. This is about reclaiming my life. This is about finally putting myself first. Wish me luck, I'm going to need it. Okay, Reddit, deep breaths, it's Thanksgiving. Aunt Carol's house is packed. The smell of turkey and simmering resentment hangs heavy in the air. Everyone's there. Aunt Carol, Uncle David, Grandma June, even second cousin twice removed, Brenda, who I swear I haven't seen since my bar mitzvah. And of course Maya, holding court, regaling everyone with her latest struggles. I feel a knot in my stomach, but I remind myself, I'm ready. I have my evidence, I have my support system. Sarah sent me a good luck text just before I walked in, and I have my resolve. It's go time. I wait until after dinner when everyone's gathered in the living room, stuffed with turkey and cranberry sauce. I clear my throat. All eyes turn to me. Maya gives me a sugary sweet smile. I can practically hear her thinking, oh look, the piggy bank has arrived. I need to talk to everyone, I say, my voice surprisingly steady. About Maya. The room goes silent. You could hear a pin drop. Maya's smile falters. Aunt Carol frowns. Ethan dear, she begins, her voice laced with warning, is this really the time? Yes, Aunt Carol, I say, meeting her gaze. It is. I pull out my laptop and the stack of printed documents. The room erupts in murmurs. Maya's eyes widen, a flicker of panic, good. For the past 10 years, I begin, my voice rising slightly, I've been financially supporting Maya. And for the past 10 years, she's been lying to me, manipulating me, and using me as her personal ATM. Gasps ripple through the room. Grandma June clutches her pearls. Uncle David chokes on his wine. Maya's face goes white. Ethan, that's not true, she cries, her voice trembling. You're twisting everything. Am I ask, turning my laptop so everyone can see the spreadsheet. Here's a detailed record of every loan I've given you, Maya. Dates, amounts, and the increasingly elaborate excuses you used to get the money. Emergency dental work. Turns out you were in Vegas. Vet bills for Mr. Whiskers. He was perfectly healthy. Remember that broken washing machine? You posted a picture on Instagram 2 days later at a laundromat. The murmurs intensify. Aunt Carol looks bewildered. Even Brenda, second cousin twice removed, looks shocked. I continue, holding up the printouts. And here are screenshots of your social media posts, boasting about your lavish lifestyle, thanking your amazing cousin for making it all possible. The same cousin who's been working himself to the bone while you've been living the high life on his dime. Maya opens her mouth to speak, but no words come out. She just stares at me, her eyes wide with panic. This dress, Maya, I say, pointing to the picture on my laptop. The one you're so blessed to have, I was going to buy that for myself, but I couldn't afford it because I was too busy supporting you. The room is dead silent. The power dynamic has shifted, I can feel it. The turning point comes when Aunt Carol, Maya's biggest enabler, speaks. Maya, she says, her voice trembling, is this true? Maya avoids her gaze. Her silence speaks volumes. Aunt Carol's face crumples. Oh Maya, she whispers, tears welling up in her eyes. That's when the dam breaks. The truth is out, and it's like a tidal wave washing over the room. Grandma June starts to cry. Uncle David looks like he's seen a ghost. Even Brenda, second cousin twice removed, mutters, damn girl. I take a deep breath. It's over, I did it, I finally said it. And it feels amazing, liberating, cathartic. I close my laptop and gather my things. I'm done, I say, my voice firm. I'm done being the family piggy bank. I'm done being manipulated and used. I'm taking back my life. And with that, I walk out, leaving them to deal with the fallout. I walk out into the crisp autumn air, a weight lifted from my shoulders, I'm free. Finally free. It's been 6 months since Thanksgiving. 6 months since I dropped the truth bomb and walked out of Aunt Carol's house. 6 months since I reclaimed my life. A lot has changed. Some good, some not so good. The immediate aftermath was chaos. Let's just say Aunt Carol's Thanksgiving dinner went down in family history. There were tears, shouting, accusations. Maya predictably played the victim, sobbing and screaming about how I'd betrayed her. Some family members sided with her, calling me heartless and cruel. Others, surprisingly, saw the truth. My grandma, bless her heart, actually apologized for not seeing Maya's manipulations sooner. Uncle David, though still a bit bewildered, admitted that Maya's stories had always seemed a little far-fetched. Even Brenda, second cousin twice removed, sent me a Facebook message saying, "You go, girl." Still not sure why she calls me girl, but I'll take the support. The family is fractured, to say the least. I'm low contact with Maya and those who still enable her. It hurts, but I know it's necessary for my own well-being. I've chosen to focus on the relationships that are based on genuine love and respect, not financial dependency. My relationship with my grandma has actually improved. We talk on the phone regularly, and she's been incredibly supportive. And Sarah, she's been my absolute rock through all of this. I don't know what I would have done without her. Therapy has been a game changer. It's helped me understand why I allowed myself to be manipulated for so long, and it's given me the tools to set healthy boundaries. I'm learning to prioritize my own needs, to say no without guilt, and to recognize the signs of toxic behavior. I still have moments of self-doubt, still struggle with the guilt, but I'm getting better. I'm no longer Maya's piggy bank. That's the biggest change. I'm finally in control of my finances. I'm actually saving money. Remember that down payment I was dreaming about? It's within reach now. I'm even thinking about taking that trip to Italy I've always wanted to go on. Me, just me. It's a mixed bag, Reddit. It's bittersweet. I've lost some family, but I've gained so much more. Self-respect, peace of mind, and a newfound sense of freedom. I'm finally living MY life for me. And that's a feeling I wouldn't trade for anything. So Reddit, has anyone else been through something similar? How did you handle it? Any advice for navigating the messy aftermath of family drama? I'd love to hear your stories.